Good morning, everybody. It is April 13th, and right now we're going to take a quick look at Ethereum to see what the price action is telling us. Ethereum's been doing absolutely great. Today we broke all-time highs. Basically, we opened the day at 2,137, went all the way up to the 2,232, and right now we're hovering somewhere above the 2,220 at the 2,225 region. So we're still above the previous all-time highs, and something to keep in mind here, the market cap for Ethereum actually exceeded the 250 billion dollars basically, which is pretty amazing. It was Bitcoin's market cap back in October 2020, so that's something just to put things into perspective for us. You can see that the buys are in today with all the optimism coming up for Ethereum, the Berlin hard fork and all that. And you can see that the buyers have been basically in control since March 25th, since we've been stuck in this wedge over here, where we can see sellers have been coming into the market a bit more aggressively, and buyers have been really entering the market and pushing the price action back up, with Ethereum and fighting against the sellers ever since they're somewhere close to as soon as we entered this wedge in 20th of February, and we've been playing around until we actually broke out on March 31st, and you can see that's been uptrending ever since. So right now, we can tell that the buyers are in the market. This is the channel that Ethereum has been stuck in for the longest time here, since the beginning of the year, beginning of January. We can see exactly where the sellers have been coming into the market. We can see also where the buyers have been coming into the market. And right now, we've been stuck at the upper portion of this channel for a while, basically since the beginning of April. So it's been around 2 weeks here for Ethereum, where we see the buyers have been in control, and usually, when we get to the top here, we've been right away getting rejected, except for here where we had a breakout above this resistance that we've been having. So is this an area where Ethereum is trying to mimic the same price action we had over here? Definitely does look like there is potential. So in this video, we're just gonna basically delve deep into that and see what the next support or resistance lines that we or zones that we need to be careful of, and we need to make sure that Ethereum does maintain for us to assume that this will be a continued break above this level over here, or are we going to have a bit of a consolidation phase until Ethereum picks back up, buyers take some rest, sellers get into the market, we consolidate for a bit, and then we reaccumulate as soon as we reach back down to these previous or lower support levels that we have here, which we actually do have a lot of. So we do have a lot of cushion in case Ethereum actually wants to break down and consolidate. So if you reach all the way here, if you like the sound of that, make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay updated on those daily videos with Ethereum and these other major cryptocurrencies. But overall, right now, if we zoom into the price action here, maybe go to the 4-hour just to kind of get a bit of visibility in how things played out. As you can see here, as soon as we have this as soon as we had this breakout above this level over here at 1,860, buyers fully jumped in and drove the price up to the 2,134 region. Then we got stuck in this downward channel, almost a bull flag, I would say, but not fully. The buyers were impatient and just jumped in on the price action pretty quick. We can see that we, as soon as we broke out of this wedge over here, we went back up. And then we came back again to the 55 EMA here, where we've been finding that support. This is the 55 EMA on the 6-hour. And we also tried to retest this previous resistance that we had. So as soon as we broke out of that, buyers shot up the price action. We went back down to the 1,926. Retested it. That's where it coincided with our 55 EMA on the 6-hour and the 100 EMA also on the 4-hour. Basically, buyers stepped back in, we pushed back up again, and you can see here from this resistance overall, you can see that the sellers here for a good period of time from April 5th all the way to April 7th, this is on the 4-hour chart, we could not really close above it, and that was pretty telling that this drop is going to happen soon. We found that support, pushed back up again, found that support again as soon as we broke out of the above the 21 EMA, went sideways for a bit, the price squeezed, buyers and sellers are fighting, a lot of indecisiveness. You can see here wicks to both sides. It's a lot of candles over here showing us that there's a lot of indecisiveness in the market, and as soon as we peaked above, boom, buyers came back in and again pushed the price action again to the top. So Right now, this is where Ethereum is sitting. Overall, we need to keep an eye out on this macro pattern we saw. If we zoom out, that's definitely something that's the main driver of the price action. And overall, if we're looking again, if we zoom in here, we can see that as soon as we broke out of that, went back up, came back again to retest it. And if you watch our previous videos from before here, which I'll link, I'm not going to delve into the same analysis, but I'll link the video somewhere here for you so you can see the details we talked about. But we had these two zones here that we were fully paying attention to, and it looks like Ethereum did try to find the support at those, and they also coincide with the VPVR, which is just basically showing you the trading activity broken down into these different price levels, as opposed to the volume on the bottom, where it shows you the full trading volume overall in this one candlestick on this one time frame. So they're showing us the different trading activity across different price levels, and you can see here where it peaks. It shows you that there's a lot of fighting that happens between the buyers and the sellers, and the fact that we're above it and we try to come back towards it, you will know for a fact that the buyers will resist against that downward movement and continue to move Ethereum's price action upwards. So we had those two zones over here. As soon as we had that breakout, we broke above it. We know for a fact from the peak over here at the 2115. We also have this support now that was previous resistance that we will also take account for, and also we see a peak over here in the VPVR. So overall, you can see as soon as Ethereum broke above, got rejected over here. Buyers tried to push all the way to the 2201. We didn't accept that, sellers didn't accept it, drove the price all the way back down, and then the first zone that we went all the way back down to is here. So you can see the SWIC. If I zoom in, you can see how the sellers went all the way back down. Buyers just rejected the price action again, pushed the price back up to the 2128, and then we continue. And again, the next time we actually went back down, we found support at this zone again at the 2000, I would say 100-ish. And right now, this is where we are. So the main question is Ethereum going to break above this or no? Looks like, this is the past 4 hours here. This candle is killing. Very almost no fighting whatsoever from the sellers. The opening and the closing are pretty far away from each other. We're not seeing any wicks. We're not seeing any fighting that's happening. We're not seeing any rejection. We just fully went all the way up and closed above. So right now, the past 4 hours, this is what's been happening, and you can tell that the overall, if we maybe zoom in here to the 1 hour just to give you a bit of a perspective, yesterday was actually the first day that we closed above here on the, actually it is on the 4 hour, my bad. So yesterday here on April 12th was it wasn't the all-time highs that we reached to, but we actually closed above for the first time at the 2180. So overall, if you zoom back again here from the 4 hour chart, was the first time in Ethereum's history that we actually closed at the 2180. It's not, we didn't peek through it, we didn't just peek at it and then the sellers actually drove the price back down. No, Ethereum actually closed above it, and if you watch our previous videos as well, you'll know that a closing price is a very good sign for the next movement for a certain stock or cryptocurrency or whatever the case might be. It really signifies how the day ended, because a lot of noise can happen, we can fluctuate a lot, but how did the day close? How did we finish? And that shows you the confidence or the power that the buyers have for the day. If we close above for the first time at a high price or a high point, it shows you that buyers are actually in the market. If we close below, or if we see a lot of wicks, or if we see that the day here, for example, the close was very close, or maybe for this candle over here, that the closing price was actually exactly where the high was at, which is, if we zoom in, you're probably not going to see it. But this small wick over here, if we're seeing that the closing price actually closed so close to the high of that day or of the high of that candle, it's showing you extreme dominance for the buyers or the sellers, if it was vice versa. But it's showing you extreme dominance right now for the buyers. The buyers are in the market for Ethereum, and I think we are seeing that happen right now. Overall, we're seeing a bit of retracement. Looks like the buyers are still pushing. Looks like the sellers didn't even try to push at least somewhere, you know, not even, this is, I would say 25, not even 25% of this previous candle. And right now we still have obviously 3 hours to go, but it's just showing you on a smaller time frame what you need to be careful of. So in terms of a next target for Ethereum here, if you've been watching our videos from way back, you'll see that I think that's what the main market, the market is mainly looking for Ethereum. And the next thing would be the 2600 region. So overall, the conditions for us to actually continue to get to that level over here, to the 26,000 region, we will need to see that Ethereum needs to break outside of this macro pattern that we had over here. So if you zoom all the way out, we want Ethereum to maintain this break above that we had. We need to go up, come back to retest it again, just like we did over here, and then to continue to push back up. So right now, you know, it's still interesting. Still, there's a lot of interest in the market, a lot of optimism, but we still need to maintain this. So I would want to see how the day ends for Ethereum, where the daily candle actually ends, because we could just peak above right now. We still have whatever time remaining for the daily candle to finish. And if we actually maintain that and we close above on that daily candle, then that's a good sign that we're actually going to break above. Otherwise, I would think, you know, that maybe Ethereum would want to retest back again, have some sort of a higher low over here, maybe somewhere along this side, and see where Ethereum maybe comes back again here to retest those levels at the 2200. So we need to turn that into a support, and we just need to see right now how that plays out. But if we take a Fibonacci extension between the most recent high, low, and consolidation point, that's extremely clear. We take that from here, here, and project it upwards. Looks like, you know, the first level here at the 2188 was the main level that we've been having that resistance at. We just broke above it, which is okay, but we see that it's pretty reactive right now, Ethereum's price action, in terms of where the Fibonacci levels are at. And the next big Fibonacci level that we will be looking at, the 1.618, is exactly at the 2600, so 2590, which is pretty close to overall a zone. But just to give you a bit of perspective, if we go back here where Ethereum actually broke above this, and we take maybe the length of that break above, and we see where Ethereum actually pushed, and maybe somewhere around this region over here, just to give you the extent of what the previous breakout, because we always need to take this historical data from before and see how that could play out on this next movement. So it looks like as soon as we broke above, you know, obviously we went all the way back down again to retest, but as soon as Ethereum actually broke above this level, maybe I'll take this level over here. This is pretty more accurate. We'll see what the price movement of Ethereum actually bumped all the way to. So we take that, and let's say we're assuming somewhere along this area over here where Ethereum breaks out. It also takes us to the same exact zone, somewhere between the 2590 all the way to the 2660 or whatever the case might be. So it's a bit of a zone that that the market has been aiming for Ethereum. And yeah, that's what I think. For now, this is what Ethereum needs to hold. We definitely need to, there's a lot of resistance ahead of us that we will need to make sure that Ethereum also breaks above. And we need to see a bit of a peak here. We need to see a bit of a peak to the 2300 at least, come back down to retest, and that's where we'll zoom in even more on the price action, see how Ethereum performs. So this is pretty much it for today. This is the price action analysis we're looking at. We'll definitely keep this on our radar for the day. So if you, I'd suggest you make sure you join our Discord and you know, be a part of the community you've been having here. We'll update Discord a lot quicker than YouTube, so make sure you join that. If you like the video, please like it, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know what you agree with or disagree with in the comment section below. And have a great day. Thank you for watching.